Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rush Hour here. Welcome back to the survival mode pistols only part 1 video. And in this video, like I said, I'm going to be doing pistols only with the USP, with the revolver, and a couple different pistols in this game mode. And I'm going to be trying to go as far as I can with just pistols in survival mode. I don't use anything but pistols. I take out juggernauts with pistols, I take out helicopters with pistols, and things start to heat up very quickly in this match. And this game is actually a little bit longer than normal gameplays the waves that I reach normally, just because with pistols only you need to take things pretty slow, you need to be careful with what you're doing, you need to think about strategies as you're playing, and you know, just stick to your gut and take it slow. Basically, that's one of the general rules for survival mode that I wanted to talk about with you guys. I don't want to just talk about the gameplay, I want to tell you just some basic strategies I have for overall survival mode and things that you guys should be doing too to help you reach those higher rounds in survival mode. And one of them being right here. I think I purchased, no, I didn't purchase anything, but yeah, one of them being you need to really just take things slow, think about what you're doing, and really just look at the radar at all times. Not literally 100% of the time, but like when you're just sitting here like this, you got to be looking at the radar, seeing where they're coming from, and knowing your ways out, and that will really benefit you in the long run. And as you can see, like right now I'm kind of just at the top of the staircase. There's not a lot of guys around me, so I know that I have the ability to take them all out before I get caught in the corner. But in later rounds, when there's a lot of guys and there's helicopters and there's juggernauts all around me, things start to get really intense. And if you make one simple mistake, it could just, you know, like it could just blow you up. Like that was a terrible analogy, but I was stumbling on what to think of to say right there. But yeah, if you mess up one thing in survival mode, in later rounds that is, you could screw yourself in the end and you could just lose it right there. And same thing goes for like zombies in Black Ops and World at War and stuff like that. With survival mode, with computer generated and computer guided players, they're really just programmed to kill you. And it's like playing a video game that you can't beat. If you go down the wrong path, then it's a game over for this. Like in later rounds, you will get targeted and locked on and just annihilated if you take the wrong turn. And you know, it happens to everyone. You might not be looking at the radar at certain times, so I'm just telling you guys, keep looking at your radar and know your ways out. That is the #1 tip that I can give you in survival mode. And once you know your ways out, you can start taking your time, you can start playing the corners, playing the positions, and getting to know when they're going to be coming around the corner like this. Like I play the corners right here. I'm taking cover behind the corner when I run out of ammo. I'm using I don't have Sleight of Hand Pro yet. I'm going to be buying Sleight of Hand in a couple of rounds, maybe even after this round I get it. But one other thing I'm telling you guys, I'm not doing this live because when you're doing things as intense as pistols only, and if you guys watch my machine pistols only, you'll know that it starts to get really intense at the later rounds. But yeah, especially with pistols only, I think that this was the hardest survival mode that I've ever done. I was 100% focused on the survival mode, and it is just plain hard to do. You guys can attempt to do this yourselves and just see what it takes to reach a high round in survival mode with pistols only. And I'm pretty surprised that I actually got to a decent round on pistols only in the first try. Like, this is the first time I actually tried pistols only, and it worked out pretty well. I mean, I wasn't doing a live commentary or anything, and my gameplay was pretty decent, and you know, I made it to a decent wave. And stay tuned for part 2 and 3 to see what wave I got to. It's not incredible, it's not bad, but it's pretty good. It's somewhere around my machine pistols round. But yeah, so that's what I want to talk about, just like the strategies going through like why I'm going where I'm going, and what I'm buying, why I'm buying it, and stuff like that. So things aren't really interesting right now at this point of the survival mode. I just kind of want to give you guys some background knowledge of what I was thinking about while playing this game. And right now, as you can see, I bought the revolver and I still have the USP. So what I'm doing, the USP has a larger clip size than the revolver does, and you really need that higher higher clip size in survival mode, because if you're constantly reloading your 6-round revolver clip, that will not work out well for you. So you need something that you know, just keeps bullets flying down range. You really need to just keep bullets going down there, because once you hit them even once, their body kind of gets stunned. I don't know if you guys know that about survival mode, but once you shoot a guy one time, even with one bullet, he kind of like twitches and flinches, and it kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but you can see that once I put my first bullet with the pistol into an enemy, he kind of flinches, and it takes him maybe like half a second to 1 second just to recover from that shot. So that can also benefit you. It's kind of like stunning them in a way. They kind of, oh, right here, this was pretty nerve-wracking. I don't really know how to say that I did this. I was thinking about, like, I really needed to go get my sleight of hand. There's 2 attack helicopters above me. I went in and got it, and then I just ran back inside the building while I was getting shot. So it was a risky move, but I still had my self-revive. And even if I did get dropped down to my self-revive, the second attack helicopter could easily have just kept shooting me, and I could have gotten downed right there. But I took the risk, and here we go. I actually took down both of these helicopters with pistols only. Now, it's a little bit slow right here. I kind of just ran around the buildings for a sec. I'm kind of lucky that they didn't have a line of sight on me right here by running around the building, and it was really nerve-wracking. I didn't really know what to do. I wasn't sure if I should buy a Predator missile and take down the attack helicopters with that, but I actually managed to take down both of these attack helicopters legit with my pistol, and it was just a scary thing just walking out this doorway and seeing these attack helicopters flying above. You know, it's tough to do with pistols, trust me. So yeah, I want to talk about how you guys can benefit from some strategies that I use, and hopefully if you guys can, you know, criticize my strategies, maybe give me some tips also, because I'm not a survival mode expert. I am pretty good at survival mode, but I'm not professional. I wish I was professional. Like, some people point out tips to me, like, you know, if you put down a bouncing Betty and you lay prone, it won't hit you. I actually didn't know about that, to be honest with you. Like, I figured, I heard rumors about it, but I was like, oh, that's probably not true. I don't know. So I never actually went to try it, and I went to try it yesterday, and it actually worked. I was pretty surprised at that bouncing Betty. You know, you can just lay prone and just avoid it completely. It's kind of weird, but stuff like that, little tips, little nitty-gritty tips. If you guys have any tips that you know about that you want to share with me, and I could give you some recognition in my videos for giving some tips to people, I will let you know about that. But just talking about this gameplay right here, I ran out of ammo with both of my pistols, and I was still trying to take down the attack helicopters. You know, you really have to take cover with these attack helicopters. And another thing I want to point out, here's another little minor tip, but it will help you out a little bit. When attack helicopters are out, if you get directly under the attack helicopter, their turret or their gun cannot shoot you straight down. So that means that you are invulnerable from attack helicopters if you are directly below the attack helicopter. It's pretty cool. You just saw it back there maybe 15 seconds ago. I stood directly under the attack helicopter, and it couldn't shoot me. It had to go fly away, find a different position. And another tip, I don't know if it's really a tip, but it kind of makes sense also. But the C4 guys in survival mode, if they're holding packs of C4 vests on them, you only need to put one bullet into them, and they will drop down, and the C4 will explode a couple seconds later. As you can see there, just killed 2 of them, and I really only needed 1 bullet each to activate the C4 to blow up. And right here, this was actually a pretty good spot. You had guys coming in from the courtyard to my left, and you had guys coming down the street straight ahead of me, and I had a back door that I could go through, I had a back hallway I could go through, and I had 2 exits in front of me if I needed to. But they're both just kind of funneling through the tunnel, or through the middle, I should say, sorry. And I'm just picking them off with my pistol, and it really started picking up maybe around wave 10 when that Juggernaut came out. I really saw the difficulty that I was experiencing with pistols only around wave 10 and 11. Things start to heat up, it starts to get really intense, And I hope you guys enjoy these survival mode, pistols only, machine pistols only, shotguns only, snipers only, stuff like that. If you guys have any suggestions of things you want me to do in survival mode, please let me know in the comments below, or just send me a personal message. I read all the comments, I read all the messages that I get, and I'm glad to hear the tips and suggestions from you guys. So right here, this was kind of I really didn't know exactly what to do. I was inside the building, as you could see there, and there was guys coming in from all sides, and I was kind of trapped. I had two exits. I had the ramp door and the back door to that house, and I managed to make my way out the back door. I took a couple shots, but it wasn't enough to get me down, so that's good. And then I ran right over here, and I'm getting a Skype call, so peace out. But no, just kidding. So yeah, I just kind of funneled them through the middle. A couple made it around the backside, and the majority of them just kind of went through the middle, and I picked them off at that gate, as you can see here. And this is another good spot right here, right above the staircase, kind of looking over B flag. They kind of make their way back around to the back of the staircase, because that's the only way up to where I am right now. And if you lay prone up here, they cannot shoot you. It is physically impossible for them to shoot you from ground level if you're laying prone up there. And it's a pretty good tip, just kind of like a backup. And if you need to, if you're getting overrun from the staircase back there, you can just jump off the ledge and go run back in the hallway and just get out through B flag. And right now, I'm just buying, I think I bought body armor here. Nope, didn't buy body armor. But we got dogs coming in, and we are one wave away from the first juggernaut of this game. And right here, I'm on the back staircase. This is a decent spot to be in, just because there's a lot of ways out. There's the back staircase, or I can go down the staircase, and then I can go straight through the middle street or to the right. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about the map Resistance. There's a lot of different paths you can take. This is a great map for just running around. This is actually the first map of survival mode that I've ever played with Mitch, or Bajan Canadian, or Awesome Sauce Films. And what we did was we just camped in the center building. And that really wasn't a great idea. You can't really get to extremely high rounds. I feel like they encourage you to kind of rush around and play the paths. Like, you really need to play the positions. You need to hoard the enemies together and take them out kind of all at the same time, like funneling together and taking them out in one clip or something like that. So here we go, guys. This is gonna be the end of the video. There's a juggernaut coming inbound, and I purchased my body armor for extra support, and I'm moving in, going for the flashbang, and stay tuned for part 2. See you guys later.